we have Australia's largest range of tyre brands and sizes. Find a cheaper identical tyre locally stocked and we'll beat it. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
It's South Melbourne against the Bentleigh Greens. And context is everything. These two aren't just rivals. They haven't just played in heated clashes in both finals and the FFA Cup in recent times. Today, it's all about the race for the Premier's plate, and more importantly, about making sure they don't conspire to hand it to Heidelberg United today. Possession now with Tyson Holmes. And a shot rolling just wide to the left. Bentleigh Greens with the first attempt on target. Header away by Archibald on the halfway line. Battle for possession. Now through the right it goes. Miller advancing, cutting across, and can't beat Scott. Goalkeeper does well to hold on at his near post. Fashini slipped, opening the door for Clulo. Outside of the foot, through ball on the left side. Honos hits it first time. Across the face, high degree of difficulty. And it goes out for a goal kick. Strip him of the ball. Honos gives up possession. Pavlu. Now Marla. South attack through the right side. Fashini. Right-footed cross. And it's allowed to fall in the 6-yard box, but that's because it went over the heads of all in the area. Epifano, second time ball popped over. Decent chance for South Melbourne, stooping down to the header. Leigh Minopoulos couldn't keep it on the target. And they'll have 51 points. The winner of today's game, if they win by a single goal margin, if it's South Melbourne, they would be 48 points and plus 21. We see Bentleigh Greens on the attack, bouncing into the path of Hatzimuratis, and he misfires completely and sprays it out onto the running track. Well, plays it to Hatzimuratis, still in the defensive half, however. Ward lost his footing. And now Epifano to Minopoulos. Going to shoot from distance. And it's a good save by Scott. He didn't have to move too far. Minopoulos was on the fly, trying to pad his highlight reel with what might have been one of his better career goals, but Ben Lidfin can't connect the pass. John Anastasiadis, the Bentleigh coach, throws his arms in frustration on the bench. And now here's Norton, Epifano, Marla motoring down the right side, gets to the ball. How's the delivery? Marla's cross, Trowan underneath it, but the header looping over the bar. Didn't get over it, put it out. Here's the corner from Holmes and headed over by Webster. He's frustrated, he got himself a free header, but he couldn't keep it down. Epifano wins the ball off Holmes, sliding it to Schroen. Wants his left, blazes high over the bar, not even close. 35 minutes gone, we are still scoreless. Matthew with a double. Harry Noon. And the other goal scorer for Heidelberg, Adrian Zara. Ball crossed in from the right. Minopoulos! Ryan Scott missed it and Leigh Minopoulos capitalised. South Melbourne lead. South Melbourne's title challenge on track for now. Ball broke through the right side, and Ryan Scott had been so good through the first 36 minutes. But that cross, as he came out of his line, favoured the attacker, and Leigh Minopoulos, who deputises ever so well for Milos Lujic when he doesn't play, was able to nod the ball into an unguarded net. Hatzimuratis. Thurtell. The wall pass, couldn't connect with Holmes. Physicality from Miller. He lost Ward, and now he breaks into the attacking half. Webster stuck out an arm, but Miller kept it moving. And now Southern nearly 2-0 up as Minopoulos flashes it across the face. tried to pick out the bottom left corner, and he very nearly did. Just wide. Thurtell. Clulo. Thurtell, he's broken through. Thurtell, offside. He was in so much space. It's not a surprise the flag went up, and we've got Nick Roganovic down after making that save. South Melbourne have switched keepers. Zion Zanelli has come on at halftime. It is Schroen, left-footed, deflects off the wall, out for a corner. And so with Ryan Scott still looking into the sun, really Bentleigh and anyone in recent times isn't actually part of the match, so maybe that's why we've only had one yellow card up to the 53-minute mark. Clulo. Thurtell, clever step. Thurtell, just wide. Made space for himself where there appeared to be none, but the finish couldn't hit the target, and Bentleigh's best chance of the second half. Long ball from the right side of defence by Webster. Over the head of Thurtell, headed away by Adams. Now moved on by Norton, finds Epifano, clips it past Rutherford, and sliding it into the path of Schroen. Sweeping cross, Minopoulos steps around the keeper, but the defence had backtracked. Minopoulos has got Clulo snapping at the heels all the way. Honos wins the ball and now plays through Thurtell. Adams backtracking and does well to get to the ball in time and take it off the toes of Matt Thurtell. South Melbourne counter. And through goes Miller. Hits the post and goes left. Nearly 2-0. Great chance for the equaliser at one end. Great chance for a second at the other. That post has not been the friend of Matt Miller this season. Konstantinidis plays the ball back to Zanelli. Rutherford. Now Honos, back to Troy Rutherford. Back into a 50-50. And now the ball breaks. Miller running again. Webster coming across. Miller loads up for a first-time cross and he mishit it into Webster. Gets a second crack. Minopoulos! Miller found him. Minopoulos finished. And South Melbourne go 2-0 up. A deft touch from Minopoulos. Rolled it across Ryan Scott. Bentleigh up in arms. Ryan Scott pointing at the linesman. Adam Bavka trying to play peacemaker. South Melbourne don't care. They're off celebrating. In the 58th minute, it's South Melbourne 2, Bentleigh Greens 0. And this could be huge for South Melbourne. They can peg one back here. Heidelberg might still stand a chance of winning the title today. Archibald rises to the header, puts it over the bar. Down to the byline. Miller dispossessed by Yankovic. Dover back into the penalty area. Webster gets it to Dover. Now Rutherford. And he's given possession away to Pavlo! Saved by Scott. Crowd thought it was in. South thought it was 3. Denied on the very last line. Told it hit the post and then rebound into the arms of Scott. Luck's of fortune for the Bentleigh Greens. Could in fact be Green Gully against the Bentleigh Greens at Gully and Avondale against the Oakley Cannons at Knight Stadium. So many scenarios to play it on the final Sunday, 3 p.m. As we see a shot here from Brennan across the face and out for a goal kick. There's going to be calculators at the ready. The warmer weather isn't too far away. Rutherford solo over the free kick, and he rips it wide left. Out it goes for a goal kick. What South Melbourne versus Bentleigh Greens normally is, safe to say. Home fans won't care a lick. It's high probability that they'll meet again in the final series. Oh, push and shove between Fashini and Litfin. There we go. It wouldn't be South versus Bentleigh without a bit of a Barney. And players are now starting to congregate around the referee and around Matt Fashini, who gets a yellow card for his trouble. He's scoring in the 37th and 58th minutes. It's another excellent performance from Leigh Minopoulos. We'll get a touch. Down in the corner and plays it off rather than Yankovic. And it's full time at Lakeside. South Melbourne stride into second place. And the PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria title race will go down to the final Sunday. Many scenarios still in play, but Heidelberg has one hand on the Premier's plate and South Melbourne has an equally firm hand on second.
Well, we got the man of the hour here, Leigh Minopoulos, 2 goals. Milos Lujic out of the game through suspension. He had to step up, and he absolutely did. And it's fair to say, knocking off Bentleigh is a huge win.
Yeah, massive win today. We really set ourselves. We had a long break since our last game, and we had a lot of time to think about it and plan for this game. And we knew how big it was, trying to fight for top spot or securing that top 2. So, really set a game plan out today, and I think we executed really, really well.
It's fair to say, obviously, Bentleigh having 120 minutes and penalties midweek in the Cup would have been a little tired, just like we were a couple of weeks ago. So we obviously executed something to exploit that, to make sure that we could make the most of their, well, not lack of fitness, but their lack of perhaps match readiness.
Yeah, exactly right. Look, they're a very good team. They've probably had the wood on us over the last few years, and the teams are very similar. They've been very similar for a few years, so we know each other really well. I think we both know our strengths, and look, as I said, we had a game plan today, and the boys worked super hard. When you give 100%, and when you work hard, you get results.
Let's go back a couple of weeks, because obviously the glorious highs of the Cup, then a couple of pretty disappointing performances after that in the league. Perhaps a break was just necessary with the crowded schedule, because it takes a toll mentally on the players as much as anything, doesn't it?
Yeah, we hit a bit of a flat spot. Look, we're not full timers. We're part timers, so you can't win every week, every game. There's going to be flat spots, and we went through that. I think we've freshened ourselves up now, so it was a good vibe out there today. I think we've got a bit of our mojo back again. So Kingston next week, and then finals, and that's where it all happens.
Yeah, look, we knew coming into this game that it was pretty much a do-or-die game for us. You know, us and Bentleigh over the years have had some good battles, and you know, it's almost just as important today, both in the same amount of points. Coming into, like you said, the last couple of games, we knew it was important, especially for us. You know, coming off a couple of losses as well, so it was quite disappointing the last couple of weeks, but we knew if we stuck to our game today, no matter who was playing, you know, Leigh was in for obviously Milos today, that we could get the job done. And we were confident in that, and you know, thankfully that worked for us.
Perhaps a surprise in selection. Obviously, we knew Milos would be out, but Eag's probably unlucky to miss out. But Timmy Marler got a run, and to his credit, I thought did very well. You and Timmy in the back four together managed to hold that very dangerous Bentleigh strike force. Yeah,
look, I mean, anyone can play at the moment. Anyone can miss out. We've got such a competitive squad and a big squad, which is healthy. Gives CT some headaches, but you know, as players, we know we have to perform every week. You know, Eag's been one of our best players over the last few years. Won championships, captained, and everything like that. So, you know, credit to him. He took it well. You know, being on the bench, but at the same time, next week could be different. You know, he could be back in. Someone else could be out. So it's one of those things. Everyone's got to do the job when they're called for it, and you know, lucky today we did that.
Kingston next week. On the one hand, it seems like they got nothing to play for, no finals, no relegation. So on the one hand, you think maybe we could take it easy, but really you can't let anything go because perhaps they're playing some kids who really want to prove themselves for next season. So how do you approach next week's match, knowing that you've got everything to play for and they have nothing?
Exactly what you just said. We approach it. We've got everything to play for, and we need a win. You know, we're trying not to shy away from everything. We want to finish in that top 2 spots. We can still win it. But, you know, we want to finish at least second if we can't win it. So, you know, we'll be going into it, heads held high now. Looking forward to, you know, going into the finals with some confidence and the FFA Cup game with some confidence. So we'll put it out there. We'll work our, you know, hearts off this week and at training, and then we'll try and get the 3 points next week.